Find the standard deviation for the group data and round your answer to the nearest tenth. Here we have group data. There are 4 data points between 0 and 4 college units. There are 3 data points between 5 and 9, 6 between 10 and 14, 3 between 15 and 19, and 5 between 20 and 24. And when you have group data, you've lost the individual data points. All you know is that there are a certain number within each range, and as we've discussed before, the best you can do when you've lost your original data points and only have summary data is just to take the average and use that, the number of times indicated by the frequency. So I would average 0 and 4 by adding up and dividing by 2, and that gives me 4 halves, which is 2. So I have 4 data points between 0 and 4. I'm going to assume they're all 4 at the average, which should be 2. And then I average 5 and 9. That's 14 divided by 2 is 7. So I assume I have 3 7s. Then I do the same thing with 10 and 14. Add up, divide by 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 15 plus 19 divided by 2 is 34 divided by 2 is 17. And finally, 20 plus 24 divided by 2 is 44 halves, which is 22. So the average of the college unit groupings are now used with the frequencies. And I'm going to use my CASIO FX260 to carry out this calculation. I'm going to press on to make sure I've cleared out any lingering information. Then I go into stats mode by pressing mode decimal point, and I should see this SD pop up in the upper right. That tells me I'm actually in the statistics mode. And then I begin entering data. I want to enter the number 2 4 times. So I had 2, and I can hit memory plus 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can use a shortcut method that I showed you earlier, but right now I'm going to stick with that. Then I want to enter 7 3 times. I do 7, 1, 2, 3. Then I want to enter 12 6 times. Now I can type in or enter 12 and hit M plus 6 times, but I want to again show you the little shortcut. You can save yourself a little bit of entry if you just now say times 6. And when you're in stats mode, it's not literally multiplying 12 times 6. That's just a shortcut to tell the calculator that you want to put 12 in 6 times. And now when you hit M plus, 12 is automatically entered 6 more times, or 6 times. And you can do the same thing with 17. 17, and then you can do times 3, and again, that's not literal multiplication. It's just a way of telling the calculator when it's in stats mode that you want to enter 17 3 times. And then finally 22 times 5 enters 22 5 times. It would make me feel a lot better that I didn't leave something out if I can be sure that I've got the right number of data points in the calculator. So I can count them up. 4 and 3 is 7, and 6 is 13, and 3 is 16, and 5 is 21. And if you press Shift 6, you can see above, if you look at your own calculator, that says N. So if you Shift 6, you get the N, which is the number of data points, and it does give you 21. That just makes me feel more confident that I didn't miss one. Once you're sure of that, if I want the standard deviation, I notice that the standard deviation is the shift of the 9. Sigma sub n minus 1 is actually the sample standard deviation, but that's the only standard deviation we're doing in this course. So shift 9, sample standard deviation. So the sample standard deviation, which the calculator label is sigma sub n minus 1, is, and it says to the nearest tenth, would be 7.2. So 7.2 is the sample standard deviation.